Ene mwakwa Badwam TV Badwam Jumadi so. Yada sema akra no nipadua se na tiase fonso radede wo aka ho bi. De de hyase eye kase no nsam no do so ne etodwa wo mu bi. Ya wo betie ni dambai eye pantu no break it down ntime nkontime mantie ne asenkafo akwantufo a won mo de wa hyen faso nipa ne ne me faso no. Do hwe aduanan woche ene kura beka ho di abro so. Womu jinechiri ye de honsam no ebeba ye bekọ na yakọhwe tamale so tipa track for womu so won to won face no mfise ne maboa ye dene eno ne nsem bi na no pay me de bro Adom TV Badwam kase o here live on Facebook/Adom TV Extra Go TV 119 DSTV 280 YouTube Adom TV 2 medi de afia amankwa tamaklo afia ni DMT said en 7 chiremu ankasa etie ene ya make say kwantufo ya won mo efa dambai de ko wuramu ayoti mantam no emu no wo maka nsu agya fi se subonto no a won mo editu kwan fa nsu no so no enya mfomso anasa mfomso aba ho ntentime nkontime ma asan besa 150 akwantufo nso de bebre ene wo mo aka nsu no agya fi se pantu no a wode koba no enya de se ne eye adwuma ey wo mo haupa wo mo nsam wo ne Adom TV kase edi nkomoyi
aye endra 9 o'clock anafa amande adiachi almost 12 o'clock still am in your cross so mo se pantu no asai generators bi were inside ni nyina sai eno na amande nyina be salai wa ha but na ne ho ne say previous government time na o 2 e wa ha we ko na we ba by ende change your government by ye hu saade no wa amade bia no ye ho kire e wa ha ukoka ne ye se wo ye edisen amanyosam enso enya amanyosam wankasa wo hwe ka si asalai na among for business na sinki among for business sinki in fact e wo mu ni say ene ukasa sisi awe no emma na omuto bayere ne nde omu nyina wo bush omu expect say nkandro no ye ba beduru ha ye be fa bayere no but bayere ne yankwa nkofa ne ntema emboa ne awia ba wi bayere no e wo bush ho oba nso wontimi ntina wura mo ho ntwen bayere no
de no madu ko mo se na yina asero mako omu kofa yina fi bi aba omu ko so omu ba de so le to te ebeba o emba o yeto o tu bridge ne ka be boy the bridge na da so aganda so ko bi ani o ko bi akona djuma awon ko wajuma ko pera kra wo so bebe de
Abra Adom News in Central for Bo on Modin Eddie telephone. Efre Commander Victor Pon Fiankon Aono and a Volta Lake Transport Limited. What did you just say? Woman didn't share Awodo Ego Aquema. Woman de Beco CC.
Tipa Truck Drivers Association, ya no one northern region. Send a one more lorry fan or watum or homunchemo Adriano Nina and send near memoir de pa until once were come. Na humbe hi asa wototo near memoir Adom kase no won edi nkomoyi.
Normally we wanted to increase our price of the sand because the fuel has been increased and that increment doesn't yield anything to us because we sell the 1 trip of sea sand is 960. So when you calculate 960, the loading, the chief palace, and then this assemble, the money that you use for fuel to before you can come home, you will left the 960, you will left with only 200. And that 200, if you are fortunate that you don't burst a tire or you don't break a spring or you don't have any bearing problem, then that 200 can do something. But what I'm saying, if you encounter with all these problems, actually, you don't have anything from the 960.
Wasan edi tudwa se ewo mu se ebo ene notie ebo ekosro nanso no womo etwen eye GPRTU kuno ama womo de bo aba ansa na womo nso ato womo dem.
Normally when you look at this 2021 and this 2020 and this 2022, the prices that we collected from GPRTU, but this year they only wrote a piece of paper for us to work on it. That's why we are saying it's not logic. We are waiting for a GPRTU to give us an official letter for us to deliberate on it so that we will announce it to the general public to work on it. That is it.
Adom TV, Badwam Kasia na Ugusosha no na Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA, one 25 years. Ama one home fed dia grow. Na no dam so more dia to judge mu say one more carry one who so woman who say wabo homodin ye pa was a Ghana for yetimi bo one more abason to make us say one year stakeholders corporate fund games. Emenam so board chair ora David Frank Davis akwa kasa watch mu senshisha wodo bia one the tone up no so digitalization nomni ade ni nyina ka ho bi ne nei watimi akwa wanimu wodwuma ye Adom kase etwaso.
For the successes we have chalked, and this is the demonstration of our excitement about what DVLA is today. Hitherto, everybody knew DVLA for the very bad reasons. We were once upon a time listed as the most corrupt institution in Ghana, second to the Ghana police. So, for us to have come this far, we have evolved DVLA with technology, people, and processes. Everything, almost everything now in DVLA is digitalized. This is what we want to carry out so that we make our system as seamless as possible without any human interaction, so that this incidence of goroism will be buried way back in the
Kwanchefo be de chire edema DVL adwumakuo no principal kwadu sei e chire se sa nkabom dwumadi a wadi ebeboa ma wontam nkitahodie no egina ne naso pa.
We really need to exercise because I saw somebody trying to take a kick and rather fell. So sports events like this are always important and good, both for our health and also for the networking and to establish an environment of friendliness within which we have to work. I just want to thank everybody who has participated in these games, all the partner institutions, National Road Safety Authority, the MTTD of the Ghana Police Service, Ghana Shippers Authority, the Metro Mass Transit.
TV Badwam Kasia na Ugusosha no na make us say Chief Justice get you tokunu na wo ma kwan say courts and some ye die ni tichu for anti-LGBTQ bill no ehunu ye mo bia ehunu ebie na wohwe Ghana yabakosemu a unhunu nte wo ba bia say court atena se na camera no mpo na nche so wo kọ record wo hokra no ye makwan na nkampese camera so de no ho ababagimo just say election petition ene anti-gay gay ho ensensemu na no na aban lawyer pani ora Godfrey Dame echichimu se we no by sebeya Ghana fo benya court no ana judiciary emu arehemu echire niema ekoso ho Adom kase edebe.
And the second was to amend our motion for interlocutory injunction. If you watch the court carefully, they virtually granted those two applications. So the directive to file or refile the entire process was virtually a repeat of those granting orders. And it was nothing untoward so far as we are concerned. So to us, it was in our favor.
Attorney General Godfrey Adom is to go there.
The general public, that when rulings are given by the court, they're actually on account of principles of law, and indeed most of the rulings of the court are right. I have suffered a lot personally in terms of the misrepresentation of court rulings and deliberate misrepresentation of what I say in court and what I do and all that. So I thought that the best way to avoid any undue misrepresentation of fact is to ensure transparency. Let the public indeed have unhindered access to it. Proceedings to the court, of course, in terms of the Constitution and the Court Acts, are open to the public. But the public goes way beyond the number who can enter the courtroom. So I think that a proper interpretation of the Constitution and all that would really require that when some of these politically sensitive matters and matters of enormous public interest come up for hearing, indeed the media ought to have full access. It doesn't have to be only the presidential election petition.
Some Ebiana was the Benny now, went to some Nina, Ashadade, Ubianco, Nunco Sia, some non family. Now, that what's ya, Obasanza, Frasa Minizi, on Yaza Court, or the Tuga. Chief Justice get to tokonu na otena gwemu a nipa banan kan ho wozi dem asabi Kojo Mensa Abrompa na Menzebo.
Deputy Coordinator Dema Free SHS Secretariat Nana Afra Sika Mensa and Odia Tujachimo say afi schools ahodo 350 and odo ho abehemo say afi STEM innovation no wono so ebeye bi won pa hontoma and odesankome emai.
Anyway, no, it's going to be great. It's going to be mega. It's going to be amazing because projects now in Kurano are developing. We say every year, biano first edition of projects now they now no ending. Second one, but I feel the edutra mukra in Kurano they should watch out because this year's innovation is going to be amazing. It's going to be great. It's going to be bigger and it's going to be better. Currently, as at none of I check data school are register and then no 350. And I register. There be no bisa packages na yesi yenka ehye kokuam ti surprise nti afi we package ni so surprise pankra no they should watch out because according to the ewo homo mom na so many opportunities a ye pese ye de mo
enwachi oso for hwa desua insemeso Dr. Yawo say edutwum enso so we de futu we ma desua fo nyina se STEM innovation ya omode omo ho ahye mo no dempanifo be kire mo bia no wom ensua ne ye namboa na wom adwemom bi se de be ya won so betumi de nima bia ba beboa amanipa ho ahenha wo mu wo yasiye mu
emre bi etwa mu a na nwumasua hyehyɛ na sɛkyiri bibi gu trim na atwere gu paper so na afa kofie no atwam saa bre STEM environment no yenya adesua foforo ade a ɛman kwala do ɔmo nsa ɛna ɔmo adwen ɛyɛ ade soronko a ɛboa ɔman ɛno ɛna science technology engineering and mathematics ɛde aba no more STEM innovation ade omo kire ne say ensua de ne kwa ye bibi nefa boa na oman entumpon enti de etoso miensa ene ne de yapa ho ntuma
Mampani abedi akire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia se eni wonomo ehwe ne titru se wo ye Frankatu ni de man MPP amanyuko no se omaya kunya behye ne nsa na obeye mampani a obehwe se wode electric vehicles model ebeka TVET enwumasua no eho na tumi aboa embebuna no nso nsam wode etudwene.
There's so much going on and we've in addition brought in free TVET and increased the number of people in TVET education from 60,000 now to 159,000. So you are seeing, and TVET, and this is also one thing that we are doing, we are bringing in electric vehicles. I went to a company called Solar Taxi in Accra, where they are already assembling electric vehicles in Ghana. Solar Taxi. And they are training people because it's not a complicated system. As you can imagine, the battery is the key in the electric vehicles. They have engineers, and so thankfully it was very interesting. The majority of their engineers were women. The girls were the majority of the engineers at Solar Taxi. And so we want the electric vehicle module to now be included in the TVET curriculum, because we are now moving towards more electric vehicles so that they can then do the teaching there, and you can have apprenticeships at places like Solar Taxi and so on.
Mamijeno sona Adom TV Badwam kase na hana brema kwan na no pay media sie medase omre no adaje a ode fam yenti eno mu adaroma yenwie ya fe na dwumade no kra ye hyase to sai ehwe live on Facebook/Adom TV ebe and anase YouTube Adom TV ti wadaroma ye kwaba na fe de bonkrata online stories e de atoso.